Welcome to Missouri Economy Today. I'm Julie Peterson. Joining me today is David Kerr, Director of the Missouri Department of Economic Development. Welcome to the show, David.
Thank you, Julie.
In May of 2010, Governor Nixon kicked off Missouri's Strategic Initiative for Economic Growth. The goal of this initiative is to identify specific strategic and tactical plans for transforming Missouri's economy into a 21st century sustainable economy. Where are we at now with this initiative?
Well, Julie, as you remember, the governor did kick that off in May. We spent approximately 9 months engaging over 600 business leaders from across the state. We included not only business leaders, but economic development, labor, and higher ed professionals across the state. We conducted a series of regional meetings throughout the state to get their input. And through that process, we did in fact recommend to the governor a final report that included 8 strategic initiatives and 7 targeted industries. That was presented to the governor in April 1st of last year, and since that time we've moved forward with the implementation of that particular plan. And
so out of this initiative, the 7 targeted industries you mentioned, some tactical plans have been made to help grow these areas. What are the next steps with the initiative?
Well, now we're in the implementation stage of this. Again, as you've identified, or as you indicated, we have identified 8 strategic initiatives and 7 targeted industries that we believe are going to really drive our economic growth in the future. Just a couple of weeks ago, on November 21st, we held a comprehensive meeting right here in Jefferson City where we had more than 200, again, business, labor, economic development, and higher ed professionals that formed teams for the implementation of the plan. We have identified an implementation team for each one of the 8 strategic initiatives, and we've identified business leaders that serve on industry councils for each one of the 7 targeted industries. So we are asking each one of those 8 strategic initiative teams to actually help us implement the plan. And we are asking each one of those 7 targeted councils, industry councils, to identify steps necessary to move those particular industries forward in the state.
Thanks for the update, David. On a sad note, you've announced you're stepping down as Department Director effective December 31st. Will you still be involved with the development and implementation of this initiative?
Julie, I will. The governor has asked me to stay on as a consultant for the process. So I will stay on. I will tell you that I think we are extremely proud of what we've done, not only in terms of the development and now the implementation of the Strategic Initiative for Economic Growth, but the results that have really come out of that plan. One of the targeted industries that we identified in the plan was advanced manufacturing. And because of our specific focus on that particular industry, we were very pleased that we were able to announce back in late October and early November 2 major moves forward for the state. One was the announcement that in Kansas City that Ford will not only keep the 3,800 jobs they have in Kansas City, but they are going to invest $1.1 billion to retool that plant. They are going to add a second shift to the F-150. They're going to add a new product line for the transit van that is now produced in Europe and will for the first time be produced in the United States at that plant in Clay Como, and also that they will construct a stamping plant. So in addition to the 3,800 employees they have today, they will create 1,600 new jobs. And then about 2 weeks later, we were so happy to announce that in Wentzville, right outside of St. Louis, that GM likewise will not only keep the 1,600 employees they have there today, but they will invest $380 million to retool the plant. They will add a second line to their current product line, and they will add a new product line, the Colorado truck. So in addition to keeping the employees they have today, they will create 1,650 new jobs. Another one of the strategic initiatives that we had, one of the 8 strategic initiatives, was to build an international trade group, an international trade program. Again, we are so pleased that last year Missouri exports increased by over 35%, and so far this year, through the first 3 quarters of the current year, they've increased an additional 13%, which equates to over $1.2 billion of new trade. That means that these are new products and services for Missouri businesses that are being exported overseas. And then, of course, we are so pleased over the course of the last couple of years, major announcements that have been made in the state, things like Jet Midwest, 500 new jobs in Kansas City, IBM, 800 new jobs in Columbia, Expedia.com, 500 new jobs in Springfield, Unisys, 300 new jobs in St. Louis, Saberliner, 400 new jobs in Perryville. So I think that you can see that because of the focus we've put on the strategic plan, having a very focused approach to economic development is paying dividends for the state of Missouri.
Great economic development news for Missouri.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your time and your service, David. We wish you all the best of success in whatever you do.
Thank you.
Join us again next time for more on economic development efforts in Missouri. I'm Julie Peterson. Thanks for watching.